Hello angels, I'm back at it again with another video, guys. And yes, I am serving a new look. Guys, I cut these myself. I really do not know how to do hair. I can style hair, but I'm not a professional by any means. And I just really wanted bangs for the longest time. And I'm actually I have a hair appointment on the 26th to actually get my hair done, but I just couldn't wait. I cut bangs on this hair and I'm just obsessed. I love it. Anyways, before we jump any further into this video, you guys know the drill by now. Do not forget to follow me on Instagram, and that will be right here, of course. And also, do not forget to subscribe to this channel, become a part of the A-team. We are growing so fast, guys. Okay, we are on the road to 30K, guys, and I know for a fact that we can do it. And my goal really is 50K, let's say 50 to 75 by my birthday. I really do believe that we can do it, guys. I'm so excited for all of you guys to be on this journey with me, and it means so much to me. I always just rant about how grateful I am because I sincerely am, and I really do try my hardest to get back to as many of you as I possibly can. And I just love seeing you guys' encouragement. And I love the fact that you guys take the time out of your day to watch my videos. It means so much to me. As you guys can see from this title, I'm not going to hold you any further. Let's get into this video. Okay, guys. So as you saw in the beginning of the video, I do want to say the disclaimer that you just read. All of the names that I am using in this video are just for entertainment purposes only. By no means are they to hurt anyone's feelings, and also by no means are they intended to portray real people, per se, with those specific names. So I just want to be clear about that because you gotta have disclaimers on YouTube. It's a sensitive world out here, and let's start. I have been receiving a lot of requests lately, and in the beginning of my YouTube journey as well, about how to drop toxic people around you. What are some signs of toxic people around you? So I curated names and personalities or actions of certain people, and you guys are going to see. So number one, competitive Katie. Your friend, competitive Katie, is always in competition with you. You ever have a friend that never wants to wear the same thing as you? I mean, literally, here's a scenario. So I used to be friends with this girl. She's actually the girl in my Crazy Ex-Best Friend story time. Go check that out. Shameless promotion. We would get our hair done together, and we would get long braids or Senegalese twists. I didn't really like braids. I liked the twists better. And I remember I always used to get a mixture of colors. I would never get just plain black. I would always get, a mixture of different blondes and bronzes because I feel like that looked really, beautiful on my complexion. I was also experimenting with different colors as well. I think I wanted to try probably a pastel lavender color. I know it sounds really, crazy, but a lot of colors look really good on my complexion. So I was telling her that I wanted to get that, and she was like, oh, I was gonna get that too. And I was like, okay, well then we can both get it, because by that time in our friendship, we only hung out when we were getting our hair done because she was the one that was driving us to Harlem. We didn't hang out at all besides that. And for some reason, she was like, well, I'm not going to have the same hair color as you. And I was like, calm down. I was like, it's not that big of a deal. First of all, we're friends. Why are you getting offended if we have the same hair color? Secondly, I don't even see you. So it's not even like people would see us around each other with the same hair color. So why does it matter? So yes, stay away from competitive Katie. Drop competitive Katie if that is the type of person that is your friend. She is not your friend. Someone that is in constant competition with you is simply not your friend. So next we have Mean Martha. Okay, I'm sure we've all had a Mean Martha around us where this particular character likes to make condescending jokes. They joke around quite a lot, actually, and they say really harsh things. Their sense of humor is extremely crude and downright inappropriate, and they like to chalk everything up to, oh, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. No, you're not. You know, in a lot of people that make jokes, there's a lot of truth in the things that they're saying, and they're trying to make it seem like a joke. You know, it's like when they say that a lot of comedians are extremely depressed because they like to tell a lot of jokes, so you assume that they're just kidding and that they are probably the happiest people in the world, but they're not a lot of the time. And you have to read between the lines with a mean Martha, because she says she's just joking, but you find that you were bothered by what she said, and whenever you leave, sometimes you take inventory of what she said, and it actually does bother you, but you tend to ignore it. Or if you guys get into an argument, you start to take inventory of, I bet all those times she said X, X, and X, that she really meant those things when she said them at that time. Nobody deserves to have a friendship like that. And a lot of these things, if not all, that I wrote in my video treatment are genuine people that I have come across in my life. These are based off of real people that have been in my life. Some of these people possess more than one of these characters. Whatever. Number 3 of a toxic person that you should stay away from is embarrassing Emma. And Emma loves to embarrass you, tell all your business at the most conveniently inappropriate times, and acts like she has no idea why you're so upset. Okay. Like, for instance, you're talking to a guy and she says, oh my gosh, I'm so glad that I gave you that dress of mine to borrow. You actually look really amazing in it. That is a backhanded compliment. And a lot of people like to play nice nasty, and they like to give backhanded compliments. Why did you think it was necessary to point out how amazing I look in the dress I'm wearing of yours in front of a guy that I'm talking to? What was the point of that? Oh, I mean, did you want me to lie? Like, I was giving you a compliment. Like, why are you getting upset? That doesn't make any sense. Because you're an adult and you should be able to differentiate what you should say and when. I don't understand. Or how about this example? You get up from the bar, you're walking to the bathroom, and when you get back to the bar, Emma says, oh my God, did you fix that stain that was in the back of your pants? Like, it looked like, I don't know if it was like your period or something, but it looked like there was a stain there. And your natural reaction is, well, why didn't you tell me when I got up to go to the bathroom? Oh my God, I didn't mention it because you were already like walking and I didn't realize. And I figured, okay, like when you're in the bathroom that you would see it, like you would check yourself. It's like, where is your head at? You know, those types of friends where when they blurt out everything and they blurt out all your business, they all of a sudden want to have the approach of, oh my gosh, I had no idea. My intentions are just so pure. I really just didn't know. Like, it's not my fault. I'm over you. Get out. You're done. Leave me alone. This friendship is terminated. Up next, we have secret hater Stassi. Stassi screenshots your pictures to her phone and picks you apart and laughs amongst herself or maybe her next closest friend about how ugly you are, or how she knows you photoshopped that picture you uploaded to Instagram, you know, the one that she was telling you to post. Secretly, Stassi is actually obsessed with you, and she doesn't really know how to cope and deal with that because it's not healthy. So because of that, she tries to nitpick everything apart on you because she can't really find an easy flaw. It's obsession and extreme admiration beyond healthy capacity. So she picks apart at your appearance. Oh my God, did you see those pants that she was wearing? Like, ew, like what was that? I literally have been talking to a friend before. It's a girl actually that I do not speak with. And she was showing me something on her phone. And as she was showing me different pictures on her phone, a screenshot of my photo came up. And I'm just like, what? Like, I didn't even bother mentioning it. I just took mental note and I was like, okay. You know, I think a lot of us as women, we have a friend like secret hater Stassi, where to our face, they are so nice. But oftentimes, if you pay attention and you lean into your intuition, you can kind of tell that whenever they're looking at you, they always have some sort of unpleasant countenance on their face. Like, you know, just something that exudes, you know, envy and just jealousy. But you ignore it because to your face, they're really nice and they're always there when you kind of need them conveniently. It's only because they want to know as much as possible about you so that they can tear you down in their head or to another person. Be careful of secret hater Stassi. Next, we have boy stealing Britney. So this actually only happened to me one time, which was in my crazy ex-best friend story. But other than that, I've never experienced it. But I've heard through a lot of my friends that this has happened to them, where they have a friend or you have a friend and your friend is literally dating someone that you were talking to, and she thinks it's completely okay because, well, he didn't take her serious anyway, or he didn't take you serious anyway. She completely is missing the girl code that you do not talk to anyone that your friend once spoke to. It's an easy thing to commit to, in my opinion. There are so many guys in the world. Wow. This is kind of relevant, and this is not a gossip channel by any means, but just to even show what's happening right now in terms of, you know, the whole Jordan Woods and Kylie Jenner sort of ordeal. Whether this is true or not, I mean, there are so many guys, if it is true, there are so many men in the world. It's easy to think, okay, Jordan, why choose my, you know, sister's husband or boyfriend, whoever he is? Why choose him when you have so many other options? It's like, why do some people move like this? Why do some women move like this? We don't know. We don't know what her explanation is. And really, it's inexcusable per se, in all honesty, because it's like, it's just wrong. There's no way to justify, oh, well, we just had a better connection and he told me he never really liked you anyway. And I don't feel like it's that big of a deal because you acted like you were completely over him. That's not your call to make. Your duty as my friend and someone that's close enough to me to actually know me, you do not date people that I've dated. That's just, literally in the words of Gretchen Wieners, that's just the rules of feminism. Okay. Next we have lying Linda. Linda lies about everything and anything for just no good reason. She's just a literal pathological liar. And she will she will never admit the truth. She'll keep the story going no matter how silly, no matter how much evidence is stacked up against her. She'll just keep on going with the lies. So much so that you remain friends with her because you pity her, that she can really hold on this long and keep the lies going that she tells. She lies about who she is. She lies about who she's with. She just lies about everything. And yes, she lies to you. Okay? Linda is just downright secretive for no good reason at all. And, you know, it just goes to show a lot of the times, not even in, you know, relationships per se between men and women, but a lot of the times, for some reason, we tend to draw closer to people that sort of push us away. And I'm actually going to read a book soon about why we love people that hurt us, or why we are drawn to people that, you know, tend to take advantage of us or treat us poorly. What is it that makes us give them so many chances? But then the person that genuinely makes a mistake, it's hard for us to forgive them one time after one offense. But we always tend to give and overextend ourselves to people that genuinely do not deserve it. Why do we do that? You know, Linda is a liar and she lies to you, she lies to everyone, she lies to herself. So she's not capable of being a good friend because she lives an unhealthy lifestyle. She has an unhealthy mentality. So you gotta let lying Linda go. And next we have obsessed Olivia. Oh my gosh. Olivia is obsessed with you. She's possessive of you. Anything that doesn't involve you and her, she has a problem with. If you go out with your other friends, God forbid, it's an issue. Or she distances herself from you and starts treating you with a bit of a cold shoulder because she feels like, well, you're my friend. Why are you hanging out with them? Or she starts to make her own friends per se because she feels like, well, if you're going to go have other friends, then I'm going to go have other friends too. Very, very unhealthy. I went out one time with one of my friends. I met her friend and we went to this place called Tao downtown in New York City. I'm sure there's like multiple ones, but Tao downtown. And I was the new girl basically in the group. So my friend brought me and then her friend brought another friend. But ultimately, I remember my friend was trying to call her friend and get her attention. And I can tell with the energy that her friend was purposely ignoring her because she felt like she was talking to me or whatever the case was. And I said to my friend, if that's your close friend, why is she treating you, rude and giving you an attitude because you're talking with me? That doesn't make any sense. Like, she doesn't own you. I don't really understand. And then she just kept on trying to get her, drunk after my friend made it clear that she didn't want to drink that night. And that's another thing. That's another friend. I didn't even come up with a name for this person, but let's call it like alcohol influencing Annie. Annie is always trying to get you drunk because she loves that you are out of control. She loves that you act a fool when you're drunk, and she wants to utilize that to make you look stupid and will film you. She'll take videos of you on Snapchat and then post it to her story on Snapchat or on Insta story and then be like, oh my God, you were so drunk last night. Did you see yourself? Meanwhile, she can handle her alcohol way better than you, or was limiting it because she wanted you to show you up and make you look like a fool. I literally just made that up on the spot. That's not even in my video treatment, that one. I know that many of us have friends that are like that. Ew. She's cut off today. And lastly, guys, we have Negative Nancy. Negative Nancy is a typical pessimist, honestly. She always wants to be included and invited out just to sit there and look unapproachable, doesn't want to converse with anyone, doesn't want to talk, just brings the entire vibe down. And it's hard because this person is your friend and you and your friends have to beat around the bush and kind of not include her in the plans because she's just always negative and she's just so unaware of her entire vibe that she's just not pleasant to be around. And it makes it difficult for you guys to make plans because, when you go out with your friends, you want to post it and you can't really post it because she's going to see it and she's going to know that you guys didn't invite her. It is an uncomfortable conversation to have, to tell someone, hey, I didn't invite you because I think you're really negative. It's really not an easy conversation to have, but I mean, honestly, I would anyway, because that's just how I am. But I would probably word it a bit differently so I'm not stomping all over their feelings, if this person is my friend. But at the same time, Negative Nancy, she has got to go. Another example of someone that could be a Negative Nancy is just someone that's always complaining about everything they complain about. And they also are always saying, oh, I hate people. Oh, I hate doing this. Oh, this is why I never go out. Oh, this is why I stay to myself. It's like, how do you expect to have that energy around you and not expect it to eventually bleed onto you? It really is true. It's as simple and as cut and dry as this. Your friends really are your mirrors to some degree. Yes, we have our own, personalities, but there has to be some sort of common ground pretty much where you reflect that person in some sort of way. And for some reason, sometimes it's a lot easier for us to be negatively influenced than positively influenced, So eventually, Negative Nancy's ways will bleed onto you, and misery loves company. That's why sometimes you have friends and you know who to go to when you're experiencing certain emotions because you know that they'll, that they're just perfect for that. So if you're down, why not hang out with Negative Nancy? Because I mean, she's always down and she's always down for whoever else is miserable, So guys, that is the end of this video. I really hope that you guys enjoyed it. I hope that you guys can relate to some of these characters, let me know in the comments below which friend that you guys have in your life that you may need to cut off that's a toxic person. This is all relative, ladies, because this is all a part of the level up. It's important to surround yourself around women that uplift you, encourage you, and empower you. And this is why I always stress that being non-judgmental is very important as much as you can. Yes, it's hard not to judge, a lot of the time, but if you are supposed to be empowering women or empowering people in general, you have to be less judgmental and be willing to accept people, as long as they're willing to change and they're making a genuine effort to change. You know what I mean? Some people, yeah, they do need to just be snipped right off. That's it. And there's no two ways about it. But sometimes you can gauge when someone is just completely unaware. They just need a little nudge in the right direction. And if that person doesn't take your advice and they're not self-aware and they don't care about whatever your suggestion is when it's trying to help them, then you already have your answer and you already know what to do with that person. You're not responsible to make people's lives better for themselves when they don't really want your assistance. Because at the end of the day, it's all about being ready. When you are ready for change, then you will change. And in the end, that person will see, or those friends will see, that you were coming from a good place when you had tried to suggest, a positive change in their life. So, with that being said, guys, you already know that I love you and God loves you, and I will see you beautiful angels in my next video. Mwah.